Audiences can expect something completely out of the ordinary. I think audiences would expect us to bring Sleeping Beauty or Swan Lake, and as always, the Royal Ballet are at the forefront. The two works, Woolf works and Winter's Tale, that we're bringing here to Brisbane, challenge the dancers physically. The second movement in particular of Woolf works is incredibly athletic, and it pushes the human body to the absolute limit. And Winter's Tale dramatically is so intense. You'll see the six principal dancers telling the story so clearly. And Winter's Tale is not a story that most people are that familiar with. Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet and Hamlet are far more familiar. So audiences will walk away from the performance having a very clear idea of what the story is. I grew up in Sydney, and I'm from a motorsport family, so the complete opposite of the world of dance. And I was fortunate to have a sister that inspired me to pursue dance. And I was addicted from day one. I can remember the feeling of my first ever lesson. I felt free, and I just wanted to fly and spin as fast as I could. And I hold on to that feeling today. Obviously, Brisbane is becoming a real cultural hub of Australia, which is fantastic. But it's fitting that the Royal Ballet is very open and wanting to share everything that we do with a wider audience, and going up to Cannes really celebrates what we're doing in London and in, throughout Europe.
Coming back with the Royal Ballet?
Yes, this is my first tour with the Royal Ballet back to Australia, so it's incredibly special for me.
And can you just talk us through perhaps the journey for you from being a child learning ballet in Sydney to how you got to the London Royal Ballet School?
I grew up in Sydney, and I'm from a Well, we'll arrange that one day. Yeah. Okay. Brilliant. Thank you so much.
With Woolf works, Wayne McGregor has taken Virginia Woolf and her character, but also her novels, and interweave them together to create 3 different acts that really tell different stories, which is very exciting. And when the curtain goes up, you're never quite sure what you're going to get to see. I think what we're trying to do at the Royal Ballet is tell stories in a new way through dance. And I think you won't see tutus, but you'll see phenomenal dancing and phenomenal emotion coming across the stage from the dancers and the music and the design.
We're very excited to be able to present, as part of this international series, the Royal Ballet. The other fantastic opportunity is for us to put the best of Queensland artists alongside of the best of the international companies. And we put our QSO beside the Queensland Symphony Orchestra, beside the Royal Ballet, allows us to look side by side at the quality of work that we are doing here in Queensland. And it's of a very high standard. Often a work in ballet is created and it stays in repertoire, and we often get to see versions of that repertoire 20 or 30 or 40 years later. Here we are seeing the original work as it was created by not just the choreographers, but by the dancers that created it. And this opportunity means it's the first time it's been presented outside of Covent Garden. For us to be able to present Australians as part of the elite in the world, it's an excellent opportunity and a unique opportunity for us here in Brisbane.
For Woolf works, you can expect, I guess, an extreme kind of physicality, so a real visceral kind of energy to the dancer. You can absolutely see pieces which are about interpersonal relationships. They contain a lot of emotion, a lot of range. I think in some of the work you're going to be able to see dancers doing things that perhaps you've never seen dancers do before. And I think what Woolf works allows you to do is to move through a whole series of journeys, if you like, an emotional journey, a kind of a mental journey, but also a physical journey. And that's really rich, that's very powerful in the theatre.